Good evening, everyone. We are starting at 5:35 p.m. sharp, so please ensure that you have prepared your presentation, which all of you have to share later. Okay, so please be prepared of the presentation, yeah? Hello, good evening, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Many people, they still enter really late, so I have to wait for all of them. But regardless, we're going to start now. So good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, can I ask, have all of you prepared your presentation? Do you know what you're about to say later? Have you all prepared already? If you have prepared your script and you know what you're about to say, can you send me number 1? If you're still preparing and you're still unsure, you send me 0. So all of you, have you prepared your presentation? So basically today's presentation is a little bit different than last week. Last week was actually very easy. It's just like a self-introduction and what is like your favorite activity. However, today we are going to jump right into the topic. So later, when you're doing your presentation, very easy. The first most important thing, even though if it is during the exam or maybe in other settings, you have to introduce yourself. Things like good evening, everyone. Don't use good afternoon, use good evening because it is currently 5:35. Use good evening, everyone. What is your name? I'm something something, and today I'll be talking about the environment because environment is also a very huge topic, not only in your essay writing. However, it's a very common topic as well in your speaking part. So are all of you ready? Because I think now you know how the flow of the class is. So as usual, half an hour will be the presentation and then the remaining 1 hour where I'm going to teach all of you. Okay, so when you're listening to other people's presentation, you can just listen with an open heart and see how other people, how they, you know, speak and articulate in English. So you can learn from other people as well. So the first half of the class, 30 minutes, will be the presentation, whereas the remaining timing will be the part where I'm teaching. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, wow, why you all send me 0? You're not prepared yet. Not prepared yet. Okay, so for those who hasn't prepared yet, you must prepare now because everyone is compulsory. You have to be prepared. Okay, you just saw my message. Oh my gosh, then you prepare now. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute a few people first to do the presentation. So Chen En, Jun Zhang, Jie Yi, and who else? Li Qi. Okay, I'm gonna unmute these people to do the presentation first, whereas you're faster think of what you're about to say later. All right. So the 4 people are who again? We read the names first. Hold on. Okay, for students who hasn't received the material yet, is it because that you order career service? For career service, we already called, we have delivered the material. However, sometimes it is their end, which is a bit slow. So maybe tomorrow you will receive it, Tenan, for students who ask. Okay, so the remaining students, students like the rest, go and prepare your presentation. I'm going to unmute a few people first to to do the presentation. So guys, remember in every ESL class, there will be a compulsory presentation that you must do. So you have to be very aware of that. Okay. So later when you're doing a presentation, just a warm reminder, um, switch on your camera, on your microphone, and remember, learn to speak. And remember, all of us, we are here to learn. We are here to you know, understand the language better and know how to articulate better. So it is mandatory that all of you do your presentation later. And for the rest, if you haven't prepared your presentation yet, please prepare now while listening to other people. So it's kind of like a multitask. Okay. So we are going to start now. Hold on a second, yeah. All right, so later, guys, when you're doing your presentation, the first thing is to greet everyone. Exam or no exam, you have to greet the audience. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Alison, and today I want to talk about the environment. So what are your thoughts on our environment? Is it in danger? Okay, guys, for this part, don't have to stress. Just give your most honest feedback about the environment, because you have to understand, when you enter the exam hall for your speaking test, the teacher will have like a book. Inside there's like many a wide variety of pictures, and she will just randomly select a picture, and then she will show it to you and be like, okay, um Jiale, right now I'm going to give you 1 minute to look at these pictures and tell me what you see, what do you think, and everything. So that is how the exam work. So for those students who hasn't prepared yet, I think it's fine because during the exam, you also can't prepare in advance. You have to prepare right on the spot. So you have to prepare on the spot lah. Okay, so later just let me know what are your thoughts on our environment. Is it in danger? So when you start your presentation for this part, please add on, in my opinion, I think that our environment is in danger because nowadays there's climate change, there's global warming, etc. Or maybe you can say, well, I think that the environment is not in danger. So start your presentation with these two sentences. Okay, and the final question is, share two habits that youngsters can cultivate to make the environment better. Okay, so if it were me as a teacher, as a normal human adult, the two habits I have to hopefully make the environment a better place. Of course, the first thing, I love drinking coffee. All of you know that I'm a coffee addict. No, I'm not addicted actually. I just like coffee. And I bring my own metal straw with me everywhere. I bring my metal straw when I go out. I bring it to the office. I bring it back home because I always have a cup of coffee before I go to the office. I'll use my metal straw then. And I always have the second cup when I am about to teach. Hence, I'll bring my metal straw everywhere I go because I just don't want to use a plastic straw because I feel like it's not that great for the environment. So the first habit is, for me, I bring a metal straw whenever I go out. The second thing, whenever I go grocery shopping, I will always bring my Decathlon recycle bag. Have you ever bought the brand called Decathlon? Decathlon is like a huge blue color bag, and you can just dump in all your groceries. And anyways, when you go shopping at Jaya Grocer, if you take their plastic bag, they will surcharge you like 20 cents. Or maybe if you go to much more high-end places are places that are much more expensive, places like Pavilion, the Village Grocer, basically those high-end places. Any grocer you go located near Kuala Lumpur, whenever you ask for the plastic or whatsoever, they will charge you not 20 cents, they will charge you 50 cents, 80 cents. So for me, I usually bring a metal straw whenever I go out. And secondly, I bring a large recycle bag unless I forget it. So these are the two habits I do, that I cultivate to hopefully make the environment. It will not be the best state, but at least I'm not contributing to that many factors lah, because I bring out my metal straw and the recycle bag, something like that. Okay, so based on last week's experience, most of you did your presentation within 1 minute. So I think today is not going to be an issue as well. So we're going to start now. Yeah, so you all can prepare a presentation first. The first person I'm going to unmute is Chen En and Jun Zhang. So start now. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. The rest you prepare first. Don't copy my answer. You cannot say metal straw. Okay, you can say metal straw if you want to, but don't say it exactly like I did. Wait, Chen En, you have to on the camera, yeah, Chen En. Jun Zhang, you go first, yeah, Jun Zhang. Okay, Jun Zhang, you're up.
Good evening, everyone. I am Su Jun Zhang, and you can call me Su. And in my opinion about the question, I think that the environment is actually right now is in danger because due to global warming and the habits of the citizens, like throwing garbage in the sideways or in the river and burning down the trees, etc. And the two hobbies that youngsters can cultivate to make the environment better is to have the habit of throwing their trash into the garbage garbage can.
Correct.
And the other thing is let me think.
It's okay. What habits do you think youngsters can cultivate to make the environment better, in your opinion?
Stop littering and use items that are able to recycle, like the recycle bag and the metal straws. Also, like what again?
What else?
I don't know others.
Okay, it's okay. Good one. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so guys, just share like that. Okay, so just a reminder, guys. I feel like many students they make this mistake. Okay, um, it's actually not called recycle bag. I don't know why some shopping malls they call it recycle bag because the bag itself it's already recycled, so you're supposed to describe the bag, hence the recycle word must be an adjective. So the right word is called recycling bag, not recycle bag, because if you say recycle bag meaning I am going to go and recycle this bag, so there's actually a grammatical error. So later when you're doing your sharing, if you want to use the word bag, it's recycling bag, not recycle bag. Okay, it's a common Malaysian mistake. It's a recycling bag. Okay, so yeah, okay, a good one. And then the next one is later. I'm just gonna randomly select the rest. You better get ready. Yeah. The next one is Chen En, right? Chen En. So our sharing will be until 6:15 because we started at 5:45. The sharing will be until 6:15. Yeah. The rest, please do get ready. Hold on a second. Tote bag, yes, tote bag also can. Chen En not ready yet. Okay, never mind. Then who first? Let me see. Chen En asked me to wait, so I wait for her. Are you ready, Chen En? The rest you have to on your camera later. Oh, Chen En ready? Yeah. Okay, Chen En is your turn. Yeah, Chen En. Everyone just listen or prepare your own presentation.
Good evening, everyone. In my opinion, I think that our environment is in danger due to climate changes these days is getting more serious. Um, Two habits that youngsters can cultivate to make the environment better is we can practice 3R such as reduce, reuse, and recycle by exploiting our used things and make them useful instead of making them a garbage. Besides, we should bring recycling bags when we go to shopping so it can decrease the amount of plastic bags. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, excellent, good job. So I'm going to, okay, I think I'm going to do one thing is where when I listen to all your presentation, I'm going to accumulate certain words that is good for your presentation. So the good words to include in your presentation, I realized that just now both of them, when they were sharing, they used a very good conjunction called due to. They keep saying that, the environment is dangerous due to climate change, which is very good because some students, even though they are very good in English, when they speak, they don't even dare to use the word due to. So the meaning of due to is because, right? This is due to the fact that, everyone is doing this, doing that. So due to is a very good conjunction, a very good grammar to add in your speaking, especially if you want to upgrade your speaking. But remember, how do you use the phrase, the conjunction due to? You have to match it with a noun. So just now, both of them, they said global, due to global warming. Global warming is a noun. Due to climate change. Climate change is a noun. Understood? So that's very good. And continuing to the next one, the next one will be Yanling. Okay, Yanling, I'm going to unmute you, yeah?
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm Yanling, and today I'm talking about our environment. In my opinion, I think that our environment is quite dangerous because humans always cut the trees to build buildings and always throw rubbish to the seas and rivers. It causes our Earth being global warming. And well, I think that youngsters can protect our environment by recycle the rubbish that can reuse and always throwing the rubbish to the rubbish bin. Oh, thank you.
Okay, good one. It's a good one. Okay, good job, good job. All right. Okay, so the next one is actually, hold on. I haven't queued all of you. You're ready or not first? Okay, so the next one will be Pei Ting. After Pei Ting, I queued a few first. After Pei Ting is Jia Wen. After Pei Ting, then Jia Wen. After Jia Wen is Li Yong. After Li Yong is Shi Tian. All right. So Pei Ting, it's your turn. Everyone on your camera.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chu Ting, and now I would like to talk about environment. In my opinion, I think that I think that our environment is getting ill from years to years. We do not realize that the activities of our daily life are persistent, polluting our earth, which we live nowadays. Some of our environmental damage activities will cause some bad effects and natural disasters. Uh, some youngsters can develop a habit of riding bicycles to work or school to reduce air pollution. Secondly, they also can plant more trees around their home to increase the amount of oxygen in the air. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Everyone is slowly starting to say thank you, saying things like that is all, saying things like, you can call, my name is Fang Ling Lui, but you can call me Alison, which is very good. Okay, so one word that some students used just now, I mean, from her, which was very good. Everyone starts from somewhere, right? So the first word I would say is recycling back is a very good word. The second one is due to. The third one is to develop a good habit. Developing good habits is a way as well to add into your speech. So gradually when you are in this ESL class, of course, we start from the most simplest. You have to accept the fact that, when you start speaking English, you'll definitely have broken English. It's very normal. So the only way to come out of broken English is to speak more and learn more. So from every presentation, I'll add on and add on and add on what are the words that some of you use, which is very good and something for you to learn as well. So for right now, I've just accumulated recycling back due to develop a good habit. Okay, very good. The next one is Leon. Yes, Leon, it's your turn. I remember you like to go to the gym when you're free. I was listening. I was all ears.
Good afternoon to Miss Allison and my fellow friends. I am Chu Yong, and today I will talk about our environment. In my perspective, um, I think that the condition of our environment is getting worse and worse currently, and our world is facing some environmental problems such as air pollution, acid rain, global warming, ozone layer depletion, and so on. I think our environment is in danger, especially the carbon dioxide is produced from the factory can cause acid rain that will affect our our health. And I think like the two habits that youngster can cultivate is they should conserve electricity. They can they should switch off the light they are not using, and the second is they can also reuse some item that they throw away. This can lead to reduce the waste they produce. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Very scientific. To be very honest, it's very scientific. Okay, so guys, remember, ESL is a English speaking class. It's like an enrichment class. It's not like a bombastic words kind of class. So when you're speaking, you just speak normal because, okay, you see, guys, when I'm teaching you English and English writing, and English versus ESL is two totally very different things. You may learn certain bombastic words from my English class, but the bombastic words are only suitable for your essay. But right now in ESL class, you may think that, but teacher, recycling back this word is so easy. Is there another word? No, there's no other word because this class is for you to get A in your speaking and be able to communicate with other people. So you do not have to be very bombastic, but you can use good words. So from his sharing just now, which is very good, he did use certain words that I think everyone can learn. So just now he did say that, in my perspective, okay, perspective is like what you see lah, not what other people see. Like, what do you think about the environment? So the right word to use is like, from my perspective, I think that the environment is in danger. Yeah. So the right word to use is from my perspective, or maybe for some of you, you think that, but teacher, perspective is kind of hard for me to pronounce. Okay, it's never mind. You can say, oh, from my observation, I feel that she's a very mean person. For example, from my observation, from my perspective, which is very good. And number five, okay, number five, actually, I heard just now got someone use this word also. So just now, this student, he said, and so on. When you're speaking to other people, I'm lagging. Wait, am I still lagging? I hope I'm not lagging. I drink water first. Shi Tian, get ready. Am I lagging, guys? Yes or no? Am I lagging? Yes, still lagging. Okay, not lagging now. Okay, when I lag, I'll automatically stop talking. So, guys, you listen carefully. So, from my perspective, don't use in my perspective. You can say from my perspective or from my observation. All right. And when you're speaking in English, you can use the phrase and so on and etc. How to pronounce the word? And etc. You can also say etc, but don't say etc lah. Say etc. So etc. meaning even more. So there are many bad effects of using plastic every day. We have climate change, we have global warming, and etc. Yes, you can include this in your speaking, etc. This word you use a few more times, you'll be very familiar, and by the time before even you graduate, you'll be able to learn how to speak, etc. All right. Don't You can say etc if you want to, etc. You can use the abbreviation, but try not to lah. Etc. will be better. Okay, so good job, very good, excellent. Next one, Shi Tian, it's your turn.
Hello guys, I'm Fuzidian. Today I would like to talk about environment. In my opinion, I think that environment is in danger because environment has a lot of problems like global warming, climate changes, and air pollution. The habits that youngsters can cultivate to make the environment to be better is they can use reusable bags in order to reduce the amount of plastic bags, and they should save water in order to protect the planet. For example, they can use the remaining water to plant trees to give the environment to be better. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we have 15 minutes left. I'm going to listen to a few more sharing, then only I discuss with everyone again what kind of words you can use for your presentation. So good job, Shi Tian. Very good. The next one will be Sherwin. Guan Xu, you have to show me your face, Sherwin. After Sherwin, it will be Wen Xuan. After Wen Xuan, it will be Li Qi. Sorry, there's a fly around me. I'm trying to, shoo it off. So Sherwin is your turn, and then after Sherwin is Wen Xuan. After Wen Xuan is Li Qi. Okay, so please start now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sherwin. Today I'm going to talk about environment. In my opinion, I think that our environment have a lot of problems. Um, First thing, I think a lot of people keep cutting down the tree and build buildings. Sometimes people keep throwing rubbish into the sea and cause a lot of animal deaths. And sometimes a lot of people keep burning garbage and cause a lot of haze. I think two habits that youngsters can cultivate is, first thing, sometimes we go out for shopping or grocery, we can bring our recycling bag that uh, we can save money.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay,
Thank
good
you.
job. Yes, very good, very good. Wow, Sherwin, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna let more people share. Only I'm actually writing down the words you can include in your essay. Not essay, sorry. Include in your presentation. Okay, Wen Xuan. Is it Wen Xuan? Hold on. After Sherwin, yes, it's Wen Xuan's turn. Wen Xuan is your turn. Yeah, Wen Xuan. Just relax, guys. Don't. Just relax. Okay. Deep breaths. Okay, Wen Xuan, you may start now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Wen Xuan, and today I'm going to talk about the environment. In my opinion, I think that our environment is in danger because there are a lot of mess that we have made through irresponsibilities such as throwing rubbish into the river or toxic chemical leaking into our water. Well, I think that youngsters should throw rubbish into the trash instead of throwing it into the river. Other than that, youngsters should have a communal work once a year to make our environment become better. Thank you.
Okay, very good, very good. The pronunciation is actually very good. That's great. Okay, next one will be lychee. Okay, I cue the remaining ones first. All right. So after lychee, right? After lychee, it will be Kaylee's turn. Kaylee, yeah. Kaylee, you're still not on your camera. Later you have to on it, yeah. After lychee is Kaylee. After Kaylee is Wei Hong. Kaylee, Wei Hong, Jie Yi, Zhirong. Kaylee, Wei Hong, Jie Yi, and Zhirong. Yeah, you stand by. Yeah. So lychee, I'm gonna unmute you now. Okay, we have like around 40 more minutes left.
Good evening to Miss Allison and my fellow classmates. I'm Shuliji. Personally, I think that our environment is in danger. In fact, the world is facing many environmental pollution, such as air pollution and water pollution, that are frequently occur nowadays. Habits that youngsters should inculcate for a better environment is they should bring their own recycling bag to reduce the usage of plastics. Other than that, they can try their level best to carpool or take the public transport such as bus and LRT. That's all for now. Thank you.
Okay, very good also. Excellent. Good job, Lychee. Okay, Kaylee, you're up next. After Lychee is who again? After Lychee is yes, it is Wei Hong, Jie Yi, and Zhirong. Okay, so live, sorry. Kaylee, you may start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Oops, I'm Kaylee. Well, I think that the environment is extremely in danger because our natural ecosystem is getting unbalanced. Nowadays, humans are either cutting down too many trees or killing too many wild animals for their own benefit. This will cause many kinds of pollution, for example, air pollution, sound pollution, and also land pollution. It also causes the extinction of many animals. One of the habits that youngsters should cultivate is that they should bring metal straws wherever they go instead of using a plastic or paper straw. Another habit to develop is that they should also use public transport or carpool with friends to reduce the air pollution.
You didn't say thank you, but good try. Very good, excellent. Okay, so the next one will be Wei Hong. Wei Hong, please on your camera if possible. Yeah, we can hear you.
Good evening to Miss Allison and every human being in this summit. I'm Wei Hong. So today I'm going to share some of my thoughts on our environment. In my opinion, I think that our environment is in danger. We can see that it is getting worse year by year, as we can see a lot of burning happening around the world, such as the Amazon forest, wildfires in California and Australia. Open burning produces carbon dioxide gas and making global warming become worse, and slowly it has become a threat to humans. So I'm gonna share some habits that we, the youngsters, can cultivate to make the environment better. First, we can reduce our meat consumption and become a vegetarian or vegan person. Consuming too many meat will also increase the carbon emission, which will lead to greenhouse effect. Eating more greens can help our Mother Earth and also make us healthier. Another habit is that throw our rubbish into rubbish bin. Well, I know that this habit is a little trivial, but trust me, small changes can contribute to a big impact. If everyone can throw their rubbish into a rubbish bin, there will be less mass on the road. Our beaches can, or anywhere else can be cleaner. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, that's very good. All right, very good, very good. Okay, so I'm gonna, so after Wei Hong, it will be Jie and after Jie is Zirong. All right, so I'm going to do a small conclusion for the previous students who shared. Okay, as you can see here, there's been a few good phrases as you can see for number 6. Okay, because why I write this, because all of you just now you keep saying, oh, many people, many people, many people, many people. So sometimes it is not that great to always use many people because you're not being too specific. So when you're talking during the exam, if let's say the topic is about the environment, you have to be a tad bit a little bit more specific. Like it is not many people who are cutting down trees. You can say things like cruel businessmen, because sometimes businessmen, they want to develop a condominium, they want to develop a property, so they cut down all the trees. Just be specific, like a cruel businessman, or maybe something like irresponsible citizens are burning down trash, they're cutting down trees, etc. Okay, be specific. Number 7, this one was accumulated by some of the sharers. They use things like, they didn't say things like in my opinion, they say things like, personally I feel like the environment is like this, like this. Very good. And number 8, okay, also be more specific. You say that, okay, we should, okay, I would say that plastic straws is the right way to describe them, but maybe during your presentation during college or during the exam, you can sound even, you can even upgrade your speaking. You don't have to say plastic straw or plastic cutleries. You can just say we should stop using disposable straws, we should stop using disposable spoons and forks, because disposable meaning it is made out of plastic, so it's a one-time use kind of a thing. All right, so irresponsible citizens, number 7, number 8, number 9 is also quite great. Just now someone said that I want to share some of my thoughts. Okay, acceptable, very good. I want to share my 2 cents. My 2 cents meaning I want to share my opinion. So I would like to share about my 2 cents regarding the environment. The environment is terrible, for example. All right, and number 10, number 11, consume. Consume is a word that many people don't dare to use, but I'm really happy that someone used it just now. Consume meaning eating, like, oh, you want to be healthy, okay, consume more greens, drink more water, consume some supplements. It's a much more upgraded version to articulate better. You understand? Because sometimes eat your greens is a bit like what? But consume is something more educated. Consume your greens, consume your high fiber foods and everything. All right. And number 11 was a very convincing thing, because just now, if you listen to his presentation, he said that, but guys, trust me, if you do this, you will get this. It's somehow quite convincing, which is very good, which is very good. So good job. Okay, so remaining, there's around 7 more minutes left. I'm going to select a few more, but for students who still hasn't gotten the chance to share, I already said you need to record and send your video to me, all right? But because for this month, the whole class is free, the entire month is free. So if you don't send me the video, I can't do anything because you didn't really pay me. I mean, I wouldn't say you didn't really pay for the class. It's something voluntarily. It's up to you. But if you can, do send to me. But once you decided to register for ESL class, I will chase you when you don't send me your video of your presentation. All right. So the next one is CAE, and all of you have to on your camera. Yeah, if not, I can't see you. You know your body language. So after CAE is Zirong. Okay, CAE, you may start now. CAE.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tan Jie, and today I will talking about our environment. As for me, I think environment is giving us countless benefits that we can't repay our entire life. We all are dependent on environment for food, air, water, and other needs. However, I think it is in danger. Environment pollution become a new phenomenon and is the most serious global challenge. Therefore, I think we should do our share to protect it. As youngsters, I think we can join some cleanliness campaigns such as spring cleaning in the neighborhood. Besides, we can also reduce the use of plastic. For instance,
we can use recycling bag when going to grocery. To wrap up, we only have one earth. If you don't want to cry over spilled milk, we should start now. Thank you.
Okay, which is very good as well. So guys, I hope when you are preparing your presentation, I hope you didn't write down a script. I hope it comes from your heart or comes from your head, because you have to remember when you're really speaking to some other individuals, you can't just prepare a script for anything, okay? But it's a good try. It's a very good try. It's excellent. The next one will be who again? Yeah. The next one will be she disappeared already. Wait, I need to find her name. Hold on a second. It should be Zirong, but I can't find his name though. Where is Zirong? Give me a second. I'm playing hide and seek with him. Zirong. Okay, I think he I think he either left or something. I'm not really sure. I think he's inside here. I just can't find him at the moment. Where is he? Oh, I found him. Sorry. Zirong, you have no camera, is it? Then you have to, you have to share first. Zirong, it's your turn.
Good evening, Miss Edison. My name is Jerome. In my opinion, I think that our environment is danger because it is polluted. This is because our surrounding have a lot of plastic bag and have a lot of rubbish that cannot be recycled. Next, the youngsters have to maintain some habit to let our environment less polluted. For example, they can save water and electricity. Other than that, they can do recycle with their family. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, so after Zirong, okay, because we have another like 3 more minutes, I'm going to select as many as possible. After Zirong is Marcus. Marcus, I saw your face just now, but you hit your face again. You have to share, yeah, Marcus?
Oh wait, on my cam first.
Sure, take your time, but not too long because it's going to be 6:15 soon.
Oh, I'm lagging, is it?
Nope, you're not lagging. You're perfectly fine.
Good evening to Miss Elsa and my ESL Form 5 classmates. I'm Marcus, and here's my point of view on the environment. Our environment is on the brink of collapse. We should do something about it for the sake of our planet and the living being living around the earth. Here's some two habits I can share to all the youngsters out there, or maybe all walks of life. We can plant trees around our house or neighborhood so that we can reduce the gases that will harm us and harm the environment and produce fresh air for our environment. And here's the second habits I have for you guys is turn off your air cons, because the air cons contribute a big factor towards the collapse of our ozone layer. And um, ozone layer, and just off your aircon, use fan, and
Is that it, Marcus?
small even the little things will contribute slowly but maturely towards bigger and dangerous stuff, dangerous stuff that we could not stop. Thank you to Miss Allison and to my ESL Form 5 classmates. Hopefully you learned something today. Hopefully I persuade you to not on your aircon, just use the fan, open your windows, get some fresh air. It's good for you, trust me. Thank you.
Okay, very good, very good. That's amazing. Okay, so right now it is 6:14. I think I select one more person and then we are going to end the sharing session. And then for the next week, and then I'll select more in the remaining classes, okay? So there's one more student. After Marcus, the final one is Mingyu. So Mingyu, could you do a quick presentation for this part? And the rest, you can take out materials already, yeah? The rest, you can take out materials.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Minyu, and today I'll be talking about our environment. In my opinion, our environment is in danger due to overpopulation and overuse of plastics. The two habits that youngsters can cultivate to make the environment better is to reduce, reuse, and recycle, and to volunteer for cleanups such as Gotong Royong. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, great job. Okay, so I think the first thing that everyone overcome today was that, everyone was willing to speak, which is very good. My advice is, because when I was hearing your sharing just now, I think certain students, you know yourself very well that you can actually speak in English, like you have no problem communicating with other people. Hence, the next thing that you should work on is your pronunciation, because sometimes when you're able to speak, the first problem amongst Malaysian is you get A plus for English, but then you can't even utter a single word. This is the first problem. The second problem is some students, they know a lot of English words. They are willing to speak out the English word, but they pronounce it wrongly. Because I have many friends who are like that, where they dare to speak English, they know a lot of English words, however, the pronunciation is just not right. So whenever you pronounce a word wrongly, you're just automatically just decreasing your English skill, but not in this class, because in this class you are here to learn. I mean, in the future when you go to the exam, even though you know this word, maybe you know the word. Okay, let me think of a good word. Okay, maybe for instance, maybe words like detrimental. Okay, what is detrimental, guys? Detrimental meaning very harmful for the environment. Detrimental. So maybe some students, they know the word detrimental, they dare to pronounce the word detrimental, but they pronounce it wrongly. They may pronounce it as in like detrimental, detrimental. Drinking alcohol is detrimental to our health. They will pronounce it wrongly. So you see, guys, if today I say smoking is detrimental for your body, you'll be like, what the heck is Miss Allison saying? You know what I'm trying to say? So if you know that you can speak and you are quite good in English, because you know yourself best, you know yourself best. Hence, the next thing that you should work on is your pronunciation, your fluency. Understand, guys? So today I think it's a very good sharing. So I think in every presentation part, I'll list out the words you can use. You can actually copy down if you have enough time, but if you don't have enough time, you can take a picture and maybe try to include them in your presentation in the future, whether be it during the exam, whether be it talking to other people, whether be it doing a public presentation like this. All right, so it's a very good start. I'm really happy for all of you. So we are going to continue to the next part of the class. Okay, so as usual, for students who didn't get to share, don't worry, you'll have your chance next week. But if you want to, feel free to send me a video of yourself if you're not too shy. There's nothing to be shy about. I won't share your video to the public. Don't worry, I'll mute you and that's it. All right, so good job for the presentation. I'm really happy, really proud. Okay, so just to confirm, have I finished teaching the CEFR oral success, guys? Have I finished number 9, number 10? Can all of you send to me, please? I'm quite absent-minded. Absent-minded meaning very forgetful. It's a very common word as well. Absent-minded. Absent-minded meaning very forgetful. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you for responding. So this part I've taught already. Number 11, number 12, have I taught this part? Yes, no? No. Okay. So guys, so basically last week during our first lesson, I was teaching you how to score better, especially during the exam, during the listening and speaking test. It was called the CEFR oral success, how to introduce yourself. So just to recap last week, you know how to answer. Okay, how do you answer your teacher? When your teacher asks you, what is your name? You already know how to answer. And remember, when you're doing your presentation with your school teacher during the exam, include your answer with an elaboration. Include your answer with an elaboration. Don't forget about that. All right. So everyone, can you please write down first? So let's say your teacher asks you, are you into sports? You have to Say yes, say no. Yes, I love sports. I play badminton on a regular basis. You see, you answer the question, you just add on a teeny weeny elaboration, it'll be more than perfect. All right. So for students, if you have the material, write it down in your material. However, for students who hasn't received their material yet, I'm going to send it to you now. Hold on, yeah. But for students who have the materials, please write down now. If you don't have the materials, it is completely all right. You can actually jot down in a piece of paper. You know, you can jot it down in a piece of paper. I have forwarded the what, yeah, guys? I have forwarded the entire thing. I forwarded the material into the group already. So everyone, can you please write down everything first because my water bottle is empty and I really need water. I'm gonna go to refill water. Y'all write it down first, all right? Write it down first. Okay, I'm back, everyone. Have you written down everything? Yes, no? Okay, so what is your favorite subject? Well, indefinitely when you're doing your presentation to your teacher, feel free to say other subject. It is definitely okay if you tell your teacher that, oh, my favorite subject is actually Chinese. My favorite subject is mathematics. Yes, you can actually say that. No worries there. No worries there. Have you finished writing everything? If you have finished writing everything, can you send me number 1? Thank you. All done, yeah? Okay, very good. So it doesn't matter what your answer is. Your answer can be positive. Your answer could be negative. You could say that, you know, I don't like sports. Well, I am not really into sports because I'm not an outdoor person. Yes, you can say that. No worries there. Okay. So that's basically it for the CEFR oral success. I was supposed to finish discussing this last week. However, we were on a time crunch, hence we didn't really have enough time, but it's all right. Today we have completely finished it. So our main objective for today's class is very simple. As usual, half an hour of presentation, and after that, it will be the lessons. So today, very fast, it is the second week, and yes, I just saw the news just now that, that we are having a movement control order, and we are definitely included. We have the MCO. Just stay safe and be careful. Other than that, so we have completed the oral success, and for today's class, we are mainly going to focus on conversational oral skills. Okay, what are conversational oral skills? This is mainly targeted towards communicating on a daily basis. The words that I'm teaching from the conversational oral skills, you can also use it during your exams, but let's just say for this part, it is 70% on how to communicate with other people on a daily basis. 30% you can use it in your exams. All right. So yeah. Okay. So y'all can take out your ESL material and turn to page. Let me take a look. Yeah. Take out your material and turn to this page. Let me take a look. It is called the conversational oral skills. Form 4. Is it Form 4? It's Form 5. Let me see. Yeah. It is on page number 5. Yes, it is page number 5. Okay, so everyone, for this part, I need all of you to take out your highlighter. You need to take out a highlighter. I'll let you all have a break later, but not now first. Everyone take out a highlighter and turn to page number 5. All right, so everyone, can you please help me highlight all these words first? So the whole conversation is between Daniel and Megan. You can read it when you're free, but we are going to learn about the conversational oral skills first. So everyone, please highlight the words: one pillar, on the verge of, stick to your fate, the key to success. Everyone highlight for me. Thank you so much. Okay, so once you have highlighted, you can actually take a look at the conversation. So whenever you're having a conversation with anybody in the entire room, no matter what kind of conversation you're having with anyone, there are bound to be certain types of conversation phrases, such as "you are going to be one pillar of our company in the near future." What is the meaning of pillar? Pillar is a very common conversational word, which is someone who, or something that is reliable or supportive. So maybe in your house, you can rely everything on your mother. Your mother is the pillar of the family. This is a very, very common word. That's why whenever you listen to adult, when they're talking in English, they'll be like, the future generations will be our pillars in the future. The future generation, which is you guys, you will be the reliable and supportive people in the future, because when you grow up, you need to find a job, you need to find this, you need to find that. You will be the pillar. All right. So once you have highlighted the word, you can write it above or below the word. So the most common conversational English, the first one is called one pillar. The word pillar, pillar is a noun, someone who is reliable and supportive. So today, when someone say that, hey, you are a pillar of your family, it is a very, very nice compliment. They are trying to compliment you. All right. So one pillar, you are the reliable and supportive person. Understood. The second one, on the verge, I will teach you all later. Okay, the third one is something about positivity. So I'm not sure how do you guys feel about the MCO, but for me as a teacher, because I'm working, I have to travel around certain places. I travel around KL, travel around Subang most of the time. So if I were to be very honest, I'm not really happy that we're having the MCO again, because I feel like many things have to be paused, many things have to be on hold, which I don't really like, because I'm a very go-getter kind of person. Go-getter meaning, if I want this, I will get that. Like if I want this, then I want it now. I'm much more of a person like that. So because of the MCO, things have to be paused, have to be on hold, and I don't really like that feeling. And I like to go between office because office is still a place of work. The environment is different. However, sometimes in life, I mean, not just me, if you encounter any challenges or dilemma or upsetting news, my sincere advice is, stick to your fate. Okay, what is fate? Fate is like, what do you believe in? So you do not have to be religious. It doesn't mean, okay, sticking to your fate doesn't really mean you must believe in Jesus, you must believe in Hinduism, you must believe in the Guan Yin Niang Niang. I'm not really sure what it's called in English. Guan Yin Niang Niang. You don't really have to have a certain religious belief when you have faith. Having faith it basically means believe in what you believe. Some people, they are free thinkers. Free thinker meaning they don't believe in Hinduism, they don't believe in Christianity, they don't believe in also all those gods. They don't believe in anything, but maybe they believe that they believe in themselves. They believe in positivity. They believe in karma. Those are called fate. So no matter what happens, stick to your fate. Everything will be fine. This is something you often hear, especially when you communicate in English. Stick to your faith, meaning believe in what you believe in. All right. And the last one, the key to success. Okay, success meaning something that's very achievable, very like, wow, everyone wants it. It's a very common phrase as well in everyday conversation. So for this conversation, there's a particular word I want everyone to write down, which is called on the verge of. All right. So just now, actually, a student, when he was doing his environmental sharing, I'm not sure if you heard him saying, our environment is on the brink of, I think it was, he said extinction or something, meaning our environment is close to death already. So our environment is on the verge of dying. So meaning our environment is very close to death. So other than using our environment is very close to death, you can say our environment is on the verge of dying, meaning we're very close to it. It's a very common conversational word. I wouldn't say word, phrase. On the verge of something. So it means that you are very close to something. All right. So for the example wise, I was on the verge of calling the doctor when he suddenly got better. So what does it mean? I almost called the doctor, but then he was feeling fine already. Okay, so I didn't call the doctor. Understand? So everyone, please write this down. Do write down the meaning of pillar and do write down the meaning of stick to your fate. All these words, you can immediately use it right now to your friends, to your family. You want to talk to the wall, feel free, go ahead. All right. So everyone, please write it down. On the verge, on the verge. Once you are done, send me the phrase on the verge. All done, yeah? Okay, excellent. The next oral word, okay? The next one. As usual, highlight the conversation between Michelle and Lindsay. This name, sometimes I need to teach you all about names as well. Many people, they pronounce people's name wrongly. Really, really. So just in case you know how to pronounce it, it's Michelle, not Micheli or Micheli, it's Michelle. There's only two syllables. Michelle. The second one is Lindsay, not Lindsay, Lindsay. So do highlight it. Thank you so much. All done, guys? Yes. All right. So please look at what Michelle said. I can start immediately. Fill me in on the task. Okay, I'll explain what does that mean later. Also, in every single day lives, if you are working, when you start to do some work, when you start to go for your job interviews and etc, yes, you will hear the word brief. What does it mean? Please brief me. Okay, anybody knows what is the meaning of brief me? Brief meaning inform you about something. So sometimes maybe, for example, maybe if we are having a seminar, we can't just go straight into the seminar. We need to do a briefing. A briefing is like we are going to inform each other, okay, later 6 p.m. you have to stand on the stage first, and then 6:05 p.m. you must go and hold the mic and start talking. All these are called briefing, meaning giving information. All right. And a very common everyday word is also called deadline. Deadline is very different compared to expiry date. Okay, expiry date, where do you usually see this word? You usually see the word expiry date on all those food. Like when you buy gardenia bread, you buy Massimo bread. When you buy Massimo bread, the expiry date is tomorrow. The expiry date is today, for instance. Hence, expiry dates are usually for food. When you have homework, you have projects, you have assignment, you have presentation, all those they are called deadlines, meaning deadline is today. You must hand in your homework. You must hand in your presentation. Deadline and expiry date are two very different things. So be sure to write it down. Okay, write it down first. Giving you 1 minute, 50 seconds to write, yeah? As usual, once you're done, the final two phrases, I'll get right on it. Okay, this one is actually a very conversational English, but not many people would use it. Like for example, go and do a Chinese presentation, and I'll be like, okay, I'll get right on it. I'll get right on it. What does it really mean? It means that I will do it now. It's a very conversational English. You can say that to your mom, to your dad, to your sister, to your brother, to your friends, and maybe even to your boss. The boss say, give me the report by today, 6 p.m. I'll get right on it. I'll get right on it. All right. And this one, a very common phrase. This word, I always use it myself because am I a bossy person? I'm not a bossy person. It's just that I don't like it when people waste my time. So every time when I have something to do, I'll always be like, okay, let me know what do you think? Let me know what time tonight. Let me know what do you want? Like something like that. I'll usually say, please update me, please update me, please inform me what time you want to meet. Or maybe the easiest and the most professional way is to say, please keep me posted. Keep me posted meaning keep me updated. All right. So write down the yellow highlighted words as well as the oral word. All right. So everyone, I'm change up a little bit, yeah. So keep me posted is actually very common. You may hear your mommy, daddy say this, or your siblings if they are working already. It basically means keep me updated, but keep me posted is more professional. Yeah, all right. You can use all these words. When you go for job interviews, you don't know whether the company will hire you. You can say to them, all right, thank you. Please keep me posted. Ah, very conversational English. Okay, so write down. For the daily oral word, it will be fill somebody in. Okay, what does fill me in means? Okay, all of you write first. I'm going to give you 1 minute. All done, my dear students. So usually when you are working, it doesn't have to be related to work. It can sometimes be, okay, whenever you're having school classes and then you have to go to the toilet, you are called out by the principal, you have to go out and you can't listen about anything, you can always tell your friend, hey, friend, later fill me in, what did the teacher say? When the teacher is giving you exam tips and then you went to the toilet, you can come back and be like, hey, can you please fill me in? What did the teacher say? Hey, can you please fill me in? What happened to the TV show? Or maybe you're watching a very exciting movie, maybe like I always watch Netflix. Are there any new movies recently? Maybe some anime or any kind of movies. Hey, fill me in, let me know what happened. Fill me in about the missing information. It's a very common word as well. All right, next one. Okay, for this one, everyone highlight now. Thank you very much. And everyone, do write down the meaning. Okay, so what is the meaning of I'm going to clock out now? This one is, however, a little bit much more work related. Like I will stop working now because clock out meaning I'll stop working now. So sometimes when you're talking to other people, feel free to use all these words. I'm going to clock out now. If right now you are studying because you're a student, can you use the word clock out? Well, yes, you can actually use the word clock out. I'm going to clock out now. I'm going to take a break. You can use it. You can always use words like no way. And the final two, the conversation between Dan and Tony. The conversation between Dan and Tony. I am through working overtime, meaning I am done with something. So sometimes when you watch certain TV shows, for example, the boyfriend and girlfriend is fighting. The boyfriend will be like, I'm through with you. Like he's super pissed off. What does that mean? Meaning that the guy is done with the girl. He wants to stop fighting. He is pissed off of the girl already. I'm done with you. I don't talk to you anymore. I'm through with you. That's it. So you usually hear this phrase when you're fighting with someone. Okay, so write it down first. Any questions, feel free to ask here. Hit the road. I never thought this word before, hit the road. Not really. I never thought the word hit the road. So everyone write it down. I am through with something, or another one. So for instance, if you have a deadline and you are chasing the deadline, you can say, I have a deadline to meet. A deadline to meet basically means I need to rush for a deadline. You can say that sometimes to your mommy. Mommy, I'm not coming back for dinner tonight. Mommy, I need to stay at McDonald's until midnight because I have a deadline to meet. I have a deadline to meet basically means you need to rush for a deadline, whether be it homework, assignment, presentation, projects, count them all in. All right. So the oral word that I want to teach is called I am through working overtime, meaning I'm done with it. I don't want to work anymore, something like that. So write down the explanation as well as the example. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write. Okay, do write it down. Thank you so much. Guys, are you done already? Come on, come on. All done, yeah? So I hope you learn a certain phrase of two, a phrase of two or two to, improve your conversational skills, all right? Okay, so moving on. Okay, highlight all these first. A reminder, our class ends at 7 p.m. We have less than 15 minutes left, so we try to finish this as soon as possible. Okay, so everyone, this is a conversation between Max, Michelle, and Max Michelle, but I think there was a typo. It's not Dan, yeah, it's Max. Everyone, please highlight for me. Thank you so much. All done, guys? Yes. Okay, these are just some rough ideas I have. Okay, so what is the meaning of rough ideas? Rough ideas basically means new ideas. And the second one, take a look at the figures. Okay, sometimes when you are looking at certain data, like maybe every day the social media, they will post on like how many cases are there. Okay, the numbering there, it's called the figures. It is called the numbers. What are the numbers? What are the figures? Those are the basically the important factor lah, like what are the numbers, how is the cases, they look at the numbers, look at the figures. That basically means the numerical numbers. Okay, write down. And yeah, write down first. Do write down the meanings first, I'm going to explain later. And okay, a very common conversational English is called very solid. Okay, what is the meaning of very solid? Very solid meaning is like solid is like very rigid, very fixed. So for example, today I've mentioned an idea and the idea is very good. You can see that this idea is quite solid. This idea is very good. This is excellent. So it basically means a good number, a good idea. It's a very solid. This suggestion is very solid. This idea is very solid. Understood, guys? So everyone do write it down. And yeah, other than saying okay, saying all right, you can also say got it. Hey, come to tuition, got it. Do your presentation, yeah, got it. Yes, you can use the word got it. No problem there at all. And write down the word. The word that I was about to teach is called if a situation does not add up. Everyone, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write down first. Do write it down. Thank you so much. I'm going to take your attendance, yeah, but do write it down first. Thank you. Any questions can ask me. Well, the word is actually called does not add up. If something doesn't add up, meaning it is unreasonable. So maybe for example, you only ordered a plate of fried rice. You ordered a plate of fried rice, but it cost you like 500 bucks. It doesn't add up because how can a plate of fried rice be 500 bucks? It doesn't even make sense. So if something doesn't add up, meaning it is unreasonable, it is weird. So you can use this phrase in your life as well, when sometimes you maybe for exam paper you got everything correct, however your teacher didn't give you 100 marks, she gave you 70 marks. That's kind of weird and that is not reasonable. Hence you can say that this doesn't add up. Why did I get 70 marks when I got everything correct? Okay guys, so are you all done already? If you're done, send me number 1. I'm going to move on. We have 10 more minutes left, so try to hang in there a little while more. The meaning of hang in there meaning don't give up. Hang in there meaning don't give up. All done, guys? All done, all done, all done. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Highlight it. Okay, I think we're learning to number fifth one. Everyone, please highlight this. Thank you so much. Booked out. I'll do my best. Then that concludes our meeting. Let's roll. Okay, so there are a few meanings towards that. Booked out, as you can probably guess, it means that the rooms are full. It is fully booked. Other than using fully booked, you can also say booked out. Other than using fully booked, you can use booked out. All right. And other than that, you can say I'll do my best. And yeah, write down first. I'm going to give you all the meanings. Okay, write down first, guys. Give you 1 minute. All done, guys? Okay, so I hope that this conversational oral skill help you to learn and understand better how to use your English more in conversational wise. All right. So booked out meaning fully booked. I'll do my best. I'll give my best shot doing your very best. So sometimes when you listen to me when I'm teaching my students, I usually say just give your best shot. It's a very common phrase like give your best shot, meaning try your best. So try to say more of give my best shot instead of saying I'll do my best. All right. And that is all. Or maybe when you're doing a presentation, you don't say that is all. You can say that concludes my entire sharing, my entire presentation. Thank you. The meaning of let's roll is like let's go. Okay. So write down. The fifth one, there will be a very conversational English word called rundown. Okay, what is the meaning of rundown? A rundown is a very specific, very detailed report of something. So write it down. Here's a rundown of the activities on our tab of our 10 biggest competitors. Everyone write it down. Thank you so much. Okay, a student asked me, but other than using I'll do my best, other than using I'll give my best shot, can I use try my level best? Yeah, you can actually. You can actually. Try my level best is actually a very essay word, but it's not very bombastic. Hence, when you say things like, I'll give my level best, it is actually okay. It's fine. So you can actually say, I'll do my best, I'll give my best shot, or I'll try my level best, which just now I heard two people using this phrase in their sharing, which is very good in their presentation. So keep it up. All right. So write it down. Run down, run down, run down. Run down is a very specific detailed, right? So write it down. Are you all done already? Once you're done, you send me number 5. Okay, once you're done, send me number 5. All right, everyone. Okay, because it's like already 6:55. Let me see. I think I'm going to teach one more word. Okay, I'll teach one more word. I'll teach one more word, which is number 6. Okay, the final one before we call it a day. So everyone, please highlight for me first. This is the final conversation between Lindsay and Michelle. So highlight and write down first all the conversational English. So guys, the things that you're highlighting and writing, remember, these are not vocabularies. These are words you can use right now immediately in your presentation as well as speaking to other people. All right. So everyone, please highlight for me. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give all of you 2 minutes. I want all of you to one shot write down, highlight, write down the conversational English as well as the example and explanation right now. Thank you so much. You have 1 more minute left. I'm going to do a quick explanation first. All right, so basically, the word stand out is very common in our every single day lives. For example, out of everyone, I feel like that girl stood out. That girl stood out meaning she's very special, she's extra unique, hence I really like her. The celebrity stood out to be very special. Other than using teacher, I'm very worried about the COVID-19 cases. You can actually replace the word worry. If you want to improve your speaking, use concern. I'm very concerned about the COVID cases. I'm very concerned with my results because I want to pursue a scholarship. Pursue meaning chasing for something. Don't say I want to chase to become a doctor. Don't say those kind of things. It's grammatically incorrect. You must say I am concerned about my results because I want to pursue a master's degree. That is the right English pronunciation and word. Okay, so another thing, keep in touch and get in touch. These two are the same. Whenever you see your long-term relatives, you'll be like, hey, keep in touch, hey, get in touch, yeah. You always say that. It's very, very utterly normal. Keep in touch and I'll get right on it. This one I taught just now, meaning I'll do it now. So maybe when I say, hey, students, go and buy me dinner, you can be like, okay, teacher, I will do it now. I'll get right on it. So how you can reply to other people. All right. So before we end the class, we are going to end with the final oral word, which maybe you never heard of it before. It is called cutthroat. Cutthroat competition, meaning cutthroat is like very aggressive, very competitive kind of competition. That is called cutthroat. So people usually use this word when they observe people playing badminton, like anything like when they're playing tennis, any kind of competition, as long as it looks kind of scary, we would say it is a cutthroat competition. Okay, guys? All right. So, yeah, that is it for today's class. I've completed 6 conversational oral words, but the remaining 4, don't worry, I'll teach all of you next Monday. And as usual, next Monday, you'll have another presentation. Every week, the presentation there will always be a new one. So please look out in the presentation group, the ESL group. All right. So that concludes for today's class. I hope you learned something new from everyone on how to speak better on regarding the environment as well as everyday English. So thank you everyone for attending. You may leave now, okay? Bye. I gotta go because I have a class at 7 p.m. So bye everyone. It was a honor teaching all of you. All of you are doing a great job. Okay? Bye bye.